today for another video recipe. What we're going to prepare today is a cold dish and no cooking required. And it can be considered either an appetizer or an entree, depending on how you're serving it and what you're serving it with. These are going to be cold stuffed tomatoes. For this recipe, you need 4, 5, 6 tomatoes, depending on how big they are or depending on how many you want to serve, that have to be ripe but firm. We're going to cut off a lid and empty the inside, and I will show you on one of them how to do that. And then we need about a tablespoon of Italian capers packed in salt, rinsed, and since you're not cooking with them, you have to soak them for about 10 minutes in water and they're already soaking. A can of tuna, Italian tuna, packed in oil, drained and kind of mashed with a fork. A jar of marinated artichoke hearts. A cup of frozen peas and anchovy paste if you like it, and mayonnaise to blend everything together. So just give me a sec, I'm going to drain the artichokes and the tuna and I'll be back in a second. And we're back. Okay, so cut pretty much the lid out of your tomato, and just dip your tablespoon inside the tomatoes, breaking the ribs. Lift it and save this inside pulp of the tomatoes for sauces. It's perfect no matter what. So this is how it is inside. You can actually put some salt on it, but at least always put them kept side down on a colander or on a plate so that they'll remove some of the water inside. So I also squeezed my artichokes because I didn't want too much water, so you just cut them in pieces as big as you like. Don't make them too big. And then once we're done with the artichokes, we will melt or dissolve the anchovy paste with mayonnaise, and we'll add the capers to that so that in the meantime it kind of absorbs some more flavor. If you want a lighter dish, you can use half mayonnaise and half unflavored yogurt. Especially the non-fat one has that little acidic aftertaste that helps a lot with the acidic taste, sort of acidic taste of the mayonnaise. So what you're doing with the capers, you're not really chop them too fine, just a rough chop. And here we go. About a teaspoon or 2. Anchovy paste is good because it's a paste, so you don't really have those chunks of anchovies if you don't like them. And just melt some of it. Add the capers. Add more mayonnaise. And the amount of mayonnaise actually will depend on how many ingredients you put in it and how many tomatoes you're stuffing. So give me just 1 second that I clean up my table, and I'll be back to assemble the ingredients and the tomato. And we're back. So our artichokes, just kind of, you know, loosen the leaves so that they will be a little bit more combined with all the ingredients. Peas that I just defrosted under running hot water. You don't really need to cook them because they are tender and juicy. Then your tuna that was mashed, and we'll start with this, and then we'll add more mayonnaise along the time. Quite a bit more mayonnaise actually. Okay. You don't want too much mayonnaise because you want them to be combined, but you still want to taste the flavors of the ingredients, of the separate ingredients you have in this dish. So just a little more. And here we go. You can do this with shrimp instead of tuna, or hard-boiled eggs, or cheese, or all of them. We will probably along the summer we will do more varieties or kind of changes to this recipe because it's really good, and you can make it the day before, or you can just make it right then. If you can make it like the day before or a few hours before, it's better because all the flavors have time to combine. And we're almost done. It doesn't really take too long to prepare this. I wouldn't suggest this for a picnic just because the stuffing could not really cooperate. And here is last guy. This was a little smaller than the other ones, so just a little bit more complicated stuff, but here we go. So I'm going to keep this last one without the lid, and so that you can actually see the effect. So just give me 1 second and we will be together for the final presentation. And here they are. Our stuffed tomatoes are ready. As said, these are perfect for summertime. You can make them a little early, just put them with some plastic wrap in the refrigerator. And as what else can we say? You can prepare them with pretty much anything you can think of. Now this is a fast, easy, fresh recipe. I hope you will be willing to try it, and if you do, I'm sure you will like it. So I'll see you soon. A presto e buon appetito!